It's been 8 days since y'all saw me scalp the lawn. I have mowed once, and that was yesterday. So here is the 1 week update on the scalp. So you can see that we have greened up quite a bit. There's still a few spots, the areas where I scalped a little lower, so it went deeper into the crown, where we are recovering a bit more slowly, but they will come along as well. And you can see that for the most part, we are still holding strong here at the boundary line between the properties. Now, with all that being said, I still have yet to actually put out my pre-emergent. We are now into March, so I absolutely should have put it out by now, but I haven't. So I am planning in this video to go ahead and put out this pre-emergent. It's just a bag of the Stonewall. Prodiamine is the active ingredient, and I picked it up from Lowe's. At this point, it might have been last year. It could have been 2 seasons ago even. I've got a fairly small yard, so these bags of granular fertilizer actually last pretty long. And I'm also gonna go ahead after that and hit it with its first fertilizer of the year. And for that, I'm just going to finish off this bag of Yard Mastery Flagship that I've had for 2 seasons. And then after that, I think that I'm going to use, primarily at least, the green tracks that I have a full bag of in my garage, and I think that will be my primary fertilizer for the year. What's up, guys? I'm Rhett. Welcome back to Lawn Insider. But even without hitting it with a fertilizer yet, the lawn is a nice dark shade of green already, and you can see that I've got the yuccas that are blooming. So things are definitely waking up in the lawn. The backyard actually looks pretty good as well. Let me go ahead and show y'all that. I'm not sure how well this shows up on video, but the backyard actually has more of like a emerald green color to it. And you can see that the green has taken over more of this dormant area over here near the perimeter of the house. It's still thin up here next to the side, but it's definitely losing the battle. The green is going to take that over probably within the next week or 2 weeks. But the backyard is also coming in really nicely. Really the only areas that are, I guess, struggling in any way are just the spots, the dog pee spots that are kind of scattered randomly throughout the lawn. But even those, I think that we probably have fewer of than we have in the past for whatever reason. I think one of the reasons is probably because we had kind of a milder winter, so the dogs were straying further off the porch when they went and used the restroom instead of just jumping off the porch, taking care of business and getting back inside. So we don't have a super concentrated area of those dog pee spots and that dog pee damage that you get that goes along with that. But I'm really happy with where we're at in the backyard too. So getting right down to business here, I'm going to use about 2.5 pounds of this Lesco Stonewall product per 1,000 square feet of lawn that I have. I have roughly 4,000 square feet of lawn, so I want to put about 10 pounds of this product into the hopper of my spreader, and then I want to spread that as evenly as possible throughout the lawn. So if you look at the chart, the table rather, back here on the back of the bag, you can see that the medium rate is about 2.5 pounds per 1,000 square feet. And then down here on the bottom of the bag, it actually tells us that the maximum rate per 1,000 square feet of this product on Bermuda grass should be just a hair over 5 pounds per 1,000 square feet. And we're going to apply this twice throughout the year, once now in the spring and then once later in the year in the fall going into the winter time. And we're just gonna cut that in half. So that's where we come up with that happy median of 2.5 pounds per 1,000. And I actually do have a luggage scale to measure out my products. I bought it a couple years ago off of Amazon, and it's a really handy product, but I've gotten to the point to where I know that the cup that I use to scoop out my granular products is roughly 1 pound. So I'm just gonna go with 10 scoops of this cup that I use, and that's going to be close enough. And if you're wondering what cup I'm referring to, I just use a Smoky Moe's cup. It's a barbecue chain in Texas, and they give you these plastic cups. So I held on to one, and this is what I use for my granular products. And now we've got the product in the hopper. This is gonna be roughly 10 pounds, and you can see now that it's out of the bag that this product has a very distinct mustard yellow color to it. All Prodiamine products are going to look pretty similar to that. A lot of people are going to ask, or you see the question a lot, is it already too late in the season to apply our pre-emergent? For the best coverage possible, yeah, it's later than I ideally would have made that application, but it's really never actually too late to apply pre-emergent. So did I probably miss some weeds that have now germinated and will eventually end up being, you know, some sort of weed in my lawn? Yes, probably, but I'm still going to be able to prevent some of those future weeds, especially a lot of those broadleaf weeds, by making this application. It's also important to point out whenever you're doing a video over pre-emergent that that product is not going to have any effect on the existing weeds in your lawn. For that, you're either going to have to pull those or apply a post-emergent. Pre-emergent is going to help you out with those future weeds. And after you get the product down, it does need to be watered in within 14 days of application. So just look at your forecast to make sure that you're either going to time it up with some rain or that you'll be able to run your irrigation system within the next 2 weeks. The prodiamine application is complete, and if you didn't think that was precise enough, you're going to hate this next part because I am literally not going to measure at all. I'm just going to take the remaining contents of this Flagship, which goes maybe to about there. I'm going to empty that into the hopper, and I'm going to make that application. And I think I'll go ahead and run my sprinklers tonight just to get these products down into the soil working already, because I'm not really sure even when our next rain is supposed to be. So I want to get these things activated as soon as I can. And the product is in the hopper. It's got a pretty strong Dippin' Dots aesthetic to it. And if I had to guess on how much product is in there, I would say just shy of 10 pounds, because I did spread it out, but it's a pretty thin layer at the bottom of the spreader, and that's fine. I did not want to go heavy with my fertilizer on this application anyway. I just kind of wanted to give the lawn a kickstart, give it some nitrogen, let it know that it is time to grow. I spared y'all showing the application of the fertilizer, but I did get it down. I have still yet to pull out my edger or trimmer, so if you look at the sidewalk or driveway of my lawn, you can really see the Bermuda grass in action. So here is a great example of what a Bermuda grass stolon looks like. So if you see these running throughout your lawn, that is not a weed. That is just the growth habit of your Bermuda lawn, especially when you let it get a little longer. It's going to want to crawl laterally over anything and everything it can get to. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video right here. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, leave it a like. If you're enjoying the content, you wanna continue to see more of it, hit that black subscribe button below. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave those in the comment section below. I'll see y'all again soon. Lawn Insider, out.